Hi, welcome back. My name is Emmy and I am a professional hairstylist, a coffee lover, and a beauty enthusiast. And today we're going to get ready together with some recent purchases that I've made. Let's get into it. I've been doing some shopping. So first thing I picked up was the Neutrogena Sensitive Skin Serum Foundation. And by golly, this stuff is gorgeous. I prefer to use it with my hands. And I have the shade Medium 1. It totally gives me vibes of MAC Face and Body. How it goes on really liquidy and then kind of sets down. And I prefer to use MAC Face and Body with my hands as well instead of a brush or a sponge. And I feel very strongly the same way about this. And it definitely is light, maybe medium coverage. I think I've got a bit of a breakout right here and it's not really doing a whole lot, but it just evens out the skin tone. It gives a really nice glow. I'm just super impressed with it. Yeah. Next, I placed an order with Julep Beauty and I got their complexion, cushion complexion. What is it? It says on the packaging, concealer, corrector, and foundation. Interesting. I got it in 2 shades. I got it in the shade 210 medium and 400 amber. So it was fully a targeted ad that I saw that got me to buy these. Oh my God, opening them with slippy hands. Got it. And in this targeted ad, the woman just like, you know, dots a darker color around the face, all willy-nilly, and then a lighter color, which I'll do in a moment, blends it out, and just absolute perfection. So it sold me. And then I kind of started looking more into the brand, and it gives me major Violette FR vibes. Like, just, it's supposed to be really skincare infused. Everything is supposed to be kind of effortless, you know, use as much as you need. You don't have to use it everywhere kind of deal. It just gives me those vibes. So I've actually ordered quite a bit from this brand to try for the sole purpose to compare to Violette, because this is also really affordable. I think each of these complexion sticks were $12 to $15, definitely under 20, for sure under 20. And I've been really impressed. So this shade Amber is definitely warm, but I'm okay with that. And I feel like it's looking a little rough because I haven't blended the lighter color. I do feel like the lighter color isn't my perfect match. So I do really like using the Neutrogena Serum Foundation underneath because it is a much closer match. So especially like right down here, you can see I didn't do any of the Julep because I feel like it would start looking a little bit like a mask if I had done that. And I maybe put a little too much on my forehead, so let's balance that out a bit. Like too much of the dark. So let's add some light. These are the only products from Julep that I have to use in this video. I am either still testing out the other products or they're not here yet, so. And I like doing that little bronzer contour right under the lip right there. I like a pouty bottom lip, you know? Okay, yeah. There it is. I maybe went a little heavy-handed with the dark, but I think it's gonna be okay. But yeah, I mean, really like the formula. I really like the finish. It's beautiful. Next, I have a couple of Phytosurgence, what are they called? Flash Fluorescence. These are their eye colors. So I have the shade Wild Oak. Really pretty kind of gold shade. And then I have the shade Oxidized Olive, which is the moment. So I think we're going to do Oxidized Olive on the inner corner and Wild Oak on the outer corner. So you can see both of them. I'm going to take hopefully a clean brush. Yeah. I do think these are probably best with the finger. But they're nice with a brush as well. So these are kind of cream to powder formulas. They're really blendy. They feel really melty when they're on your finger when you touch them. And then they have a lot of beautiful depth to them. Like you can see kind of what's in the pan versus what's on my eye. Very, very different. So probably on a more everyday basis, I'm not going to use both shades in one look, but I'm just so darn excited that I really want to show you both. But I think on a more average day, I would just take my finger in one shade and just like whoop it on the lid, and then with a clean finger, blend out the edges and call it a day. But being a little extra because I'm filming. Okay, fresh brush, taking the shade Wild Oak to the outer corner. Oh, is this a fresh brush? Yeah. So Oxidized Olive, definitely kind of, you know, a little bit olivey. Cool toned, got a lot of like gray taupey base pigment to it. Wild Oak is like a take on a true gold, a really interesting take on a true gold, I would say. So it definitely is more yellowy, with more like kind of gold reflect rather than the silver reflect. I do have, oh my gosh, I have another shade from Phytosurgence. I think it's the shade Deeply Rooted, and it is a really interesting shade, and I've used it before, so if you look it up, you will find some content somewhere on my platforms where I'm using it, because it's so interesting. It is like a taupe gray with this blue purple shift. It's absolutely fascinating and super unique. Okay, there's the eyeshadow all blended out. I really, really like it. Okay, but it majorly needs definition. So let's do some eyebrows. Oh my gosh. I really need to sharpen this eyebrow pencil, but am I gonna do it? No. Just enough, you know, just a little bit. Okay, lashes. I don't have a lash lift on right now. I haven't had one for a few weeks now, and I have been playing with kind of false lashes. I've really been enjoying the Falscara set from, I think it's Kiss is the brand, and so it's a double-sided thing. Well, I have it here. I'm not going to use it today, but this is it. So it has this like bond side and then the seal side. So you put the bond on, it is black and it is strong. So I just wiggle it at the base of my lashes, and then you take these like clusters, individual clusters, kind of, not individual lashes, but these like wide clusters, and you grab your lash from the bottom and it sticks. And it's lovely. So I have been playing with that when I have the time and energy. which I don't have today. So when I'm not doing that, I like to do kind of more of a not curled lash and just really, really dark. So for that, I have come back to an old favorite. This is the Maybelline Lash Discovery Mini Brush Mascara. It's like this, and the brush is tiny, teeny tiny. Very much reminds me of the 1999 Beauty Mascara, but half of the price, which I do miss the 1999 Beauty Mascara, and I will be ordering it again soon because I miss it, especially when I do get a lash lift, because I'm going to again. I'm just taking a break for many life reasons. So yeah, taking this and we're wiggling it right at the base. And, you know, we're just rocking my very thick, long, straight lashes. I like to go from the top and then back again, really building it up. There it is. My lashes aren't curled. This does give a little bit of lift, but it's a really comfortable mascara. If you've watched my videos before, you know that I have kind of sensitive eyes that get really itchy if the mascara is too strong of a hold. So waterproof mascaras are a no-go for me. And this is just an old favorite. I just love it. It's just separating enough, just voluminous enough. Voluminous? It gives enough volume. So yeah, there's the eyeshadow with a little bit of mascara, a little bit of brows. I think it frames it perfectly. Not too much, not too little. I'm really enjoying this. Yeah. Also note on the cool tone, warm tone situation of the eyes, I love that personally. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I love it. I love like complementary colors that are way on the other side of the color wheel coming together and being like right next to each other. I'm so here for that. So that's that rant. Blush, another Phytosurgence product. So they came out with, so it's their Skin Spark blush, but they came out with their Toasted line, I think. And this is the shade Evaporate. Doesn't look like much in the pot, but everyone says that if you have light to medium skin, this is like the most perfect natural flush. You don't have to think about it. It just goes with all kinds of looks. So I'm really wanting kind of a more natural thing going on today. Hence the using more of a concealer as my bronzer, not really doing a contour. I'm not doing eyeliner, you know, keeping it simpler. So excited to do this blush with this look. I'm hoping it shows up because I went a little heavy-handed with the bronzer, but we'll see. Okay. I'm taking this brush from Morphe. It's a duo fiber domed tapered brush. I do not have Phytosurgence brushes. They are on my list for sure. Oh, okay. Look at that. It almost looks like a little bit gray in the pan, and it just came to life on my face. Okay. Oh my God. And it is so natural that I'm like bringing it closer in here rather than, you know, up here where if I take like a bright red blush, a bright orange, you know, something a little brighter, deeper, interesting, not as neutral, I'm going to not bring it here and keep it higher back and maybe higher up, you know, unless I'm doing a draping look, at which that's a whole other, that's a whole other thing. So yeah, for a more natural toned blush, I don't go as high up, personally. You do you, boo. Makeup is for expression, however it makes your face feel like your face. Oh my gosh. And it's like the perfect nose blush. Oh my gosh. Oh, so happy with this. In the swatches, it looks so intensely gray, but on the face it is so beautiful, so pleased. Well, gosh, we're coming to the end here. So the last product we're going to talk about is the Typology. You guys know how I feel about Typology. I really love it. It's their lip oil. I have it in the shade Plum Purple. I do want the other shades. Oh, you know it. But this is totally not my usual kind of shade. But gosh, does it work. Again, kind of like it almost looks gray, you know, when you look at it. It's this very cool tone color, which on me, I've just never really liked cool tone colors. Something about this year, I'm into it, like deeply. At least with the cool tone plums and stuff like that. I've always been into gray, a more neutral brown, a green. I love it. I love like a really smudgy blue, like navy liner situation. Those are all cool tone colors, but we're talking like the cool toned pinks, the mauves, the plums, the purples. Never really quite been my jam. But this year, something about them is really just hitting home for me. And this lip oil, it totally seals the deal. So you saw how effortless that was. It's a little sheer, it's not a ton of color, but it really did kind of bring my face to life. And for this very natural but glowy look, I think it's just perfect. So it's a yes from me, dog. I definitely have tried some things that have been a no-go, and I will be doing a video soon of recent fails. Some of those fails, I don't even like save them. I'm just like, I so bad, move along, that I just put them in my empties bag. So you might see some of them in my empties videos. They are also sometimes a declutter, but there's been some big bummers lately. Looking at you, House Cosmetics, House Labs Cosmetics. Yeah, so we'll get into that in another time. But all of these newer to me products, really, really enjoying. This is totally my kind of makeup and how I like to wear it. I feel like me, it's comfortable. Oh, except I feel like I have a makeup brush hair. Oh God, yes. Woo! Also just itchy. I'm like just always itchy. Well, that's it for me today. I hope you have a great holiday season. When you're seeing this, we are like looking down the barrel of December. So everyone take a breathe, take a breath. Me too. Take care of yourself. Take a minute to be present. It's just the December flies by and there's so much good, you know, and if it is a hard time for you, that's okay too. You don't have to have the best time in December. It's all right. So yeah, I am sending you lots of love. Super, super thankful for you guys being here. Unbelievably grateful that you enjoy spending time with me. It's an honor, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Chestnut brulee syrup at Starbucks, 10 out of 10.